popular places to travel in Japan is, of course, Tokyo. But Tokyo can be quite confusing for the beginners. My advice for people traveling in just the Tokyo area is not to get the Japan Rail Pass, but to get a Suica card. The Rail Pass is really expensive, and it's only great if you're traveling to a lot of cities by Shinkansen or bullet trains. But if you're staying in the Tokyo area, it's not worth it. Just get a Suica card and charge it with a few thousand yen. You can also use Suica in Osaka or Kyoto and lots of other cities. And it's multi-purpose. You can use it not just for trains, but for lockers, for convenience stores, and vending machines. Super convenient! But Tokyo has so many trains and subways and buses, how will you ever find your way around? Well, there is one train line that is impossible to get lost on, and that is the Yamanote line. Why is it impossible to get lost on it? Because it goes in a big circle. So even if you miss your stop, you can either stay on it and go again, or you can get off, run across the platform to the other train going the opposite direction and get to your stop. And it hits a bunch of the tourist stops in Tokyo. Akihabara, Harajuku, Shibuya, Shinjuku, Ikebukuro, Ueno, Shinagawa, and Ebisu. Pretty much all the major places in Tokyo get a stop from the Yamanote line. Trains in Tokyo are also easily recognizable because they're color-coded. For example, the Yamanote line is green, so just think Yama, mountain. Mountains have trees, trees are green, easy peasy. Now sometimes there are stops that you want to go to that are not on the Yamanote line. And there are plentiful lines in Tokyo to get you there. Like the Keihin-Tōhoku line, the blue train, which will take you all the way to Yokohama, or the chuo-sobu line, which is the yellow train that will take you all the way from Chiba, Disneyland, to Mitaka, Studio Ghibli. There's the Saikyo line, the Yokosuka line, the Nambu line, the Musashino line. Lots of lines. So how can you know which ones to take? If you can access the internet, I highly suggest going to hyperdia.com/English if you want the English one. There's Japanese and English. All you have to do is put in your starting location and your destination, and it will give you a bunch of different routes for you to choose from, and it will also tell you the fare and how long it will take. Hyperdia can be used for long trips and short trips and red trips and blue trips. And when in doubt, there's always people around to ask. Even if you have limited Japanese, most people at the service desks, especially in Tokyo, will be able to help you. Don't expect them all to speak English though, especially in smaller stations, but in larger ones like Tokyo, usually there is someone of English-speaking nature on staff at all times. And even if they don't, they can at least write you a map or something to help you out. If trains are not your thing and you're more of a bus person, fear not, there are plentiful buses in Tokyo. But I can't really talk about them because buses and I don't get along and never have. And trains are great. I love trains. Trains and I understand them. I can navigate them like nobody's business. But buses, I'm almost guaranteed to get lost on. And when that happens, I take a taxi. The rates aren't so bad, and it's kind of worth it after a long day of shopping when you're just ready to be done. So despite Tokyo seeming like a really confusing place to get around, if you know how to work the system, it's quite simple. If you have further questions, leave them in the comments below or on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter, and I will see you next time, cuties. Bye! Akihabara, Harajuku, Shibuya, Shinjuku, Ikebukuro, Ueno, Shinagawa, Ebisu.